away your inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get lit from a little. I know you're terrified about what the future lies, but there's no compromising. It's my way or the highway. We all just slave the lust, hard building, breaking trust. It's gonna get wild when we come out, like gonna get loud when the come out. That's instant. Give up with your friends thing. Tell they bougie, go wait in line with them lame. Talking real rap, tell them break your neck, go and bust a rhyme. Going down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running well. Hey, nobody can, we on the town. Hey, never come down.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We can be in for some serious offense today. The Vikings are top 10 in total yards, and they go up against the Lions defense that will need to be at the top of its game. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
Okay, Larry, thank you very much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Twin Cities and the expansive new U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. First time with Johnson. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. It's a gain of 21 that time. And that leads to a Minnesota first down. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. Johnson on the counter. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A nice gain of 21 yards.
You know it's really hard for a big-time running back is patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. But this drive, oh, he's come alive and in a big way. Now he's starting to gallop.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A first carry now for Wendell Smallwood. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line lower than the defense.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Wendell Smallwood, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. They'll give it to him right up the gut. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, second down. And here's a look at the starting offense. Now it's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. Going for the deep ball. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He gets it on the ground.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10. And in this case, they did it really successfully.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now back to throw. And he connects with Ebron. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast, and I think if the running back even had time to notice.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. J.J. Watt, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
When I watch Khalil Mack play, I just see fury, passion, and incredible athleticism. This guy can flat out play.
Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Let's go!
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And they just did not get the snap away in time. We'll see Kelce in the slot to the left.
Here we go. 319! 319! Back down in Philly. Here we go. Watching that Barney.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here we go now. All right, now, look at 56.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. In motion now is Lee. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. They come out here in the eye. Here's Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Johnson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He's got his targets come. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Busy night continues for Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
eyes on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. And Parkey's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down Lions. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
2nd down following the incompletion. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now out comes Minnesota. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
But that certainly felt like an example of a defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game. They want to keep it going.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So 2nd and 10 here. The slot man in motion right. Play action. They'll throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
6 yards to go here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patrick. Detroit.
Play clock winding down.
Gun.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll drop the throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
So still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Here we go now. 3-19. Gun. Detroit.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll look to throw here on first down. Screen play, Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Now let's go. Blue line. All right, now look at 56.
And the back goes into motion.
Over.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Caught left side by Cobb. They needed 17 on 3rd down, and that's exactly what they got. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They go to Johnson again. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight, but I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
Back to throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's second down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is that now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And a big 32-yard play on third. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. First and goal from the 8. They'll run here with Freeman. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
In motion now is Lee. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And they'll go on the ground. And he will take this up to about... And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on third down.
Here we go now.
Now back to throw. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they convert on third with a gain of 22.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. They pitch it out to Johnson. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. It's third down, 6 yards to go for the offense. They'll look to throw here. Ebron caught left side. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
And on 2nd and 10 now. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. A toss left side, Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for Minnesota, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.